Howdy folks! I don't normally buy intro packs simply because they don't seem that good value for money. The deck in them doesn't normally involve any rares that are worth playing in a constructed format, therefore they don't actually have the price tag attached to them, and for the money you spend on them you can usually pick up some better singles essentially to make your deck better. Of course you can always luck out and 2 boosters inside could be full of value, and sometimes they print a decent card inside these. The white-green, I think it is, the Dramoka one, has Secure the Waste in it, and this one has, well, you'll see in a moment, but another rare that's probably going to make waves in at least one constructed format. Right, this is an unboxing video like an actual unboxing video. I've never really unboxed something properly before other than Kinder Eggs. If you want to see the Kinder Egg box video, just click in the little bit there. Anyway, so this is an intro pack which comes with a pre-constructed deck and it comes with some boosters. So let's crack it open. So as you can see, there's a box with boxy stuff inside. I'm not very good at this whole unboxing video thing, I've never really done it before. This one's got a little bit of damage from where the credit pit had been dropped on my little game store. Not the owner's fault, should I say. If you're watching, I don't hold you to it, but if the boosters in here are shit, you owe me a refund. Okay, let's have a look. One deck. One rules reference card. Two Dragons of Tarkir boosters. One Dragons of Tarkir holiday guide. I mean, I'm not actually sure what you call this. Product literature of some kind. It's got Tarkir on it, which I may or may not have opened in my last video. Ooh. Sarkin's the main guy in this, we all know that, he's the one who freed the dragons, but Narset's going to be the true badass, you mark my bloody words, she's going to see some little bit of player modern as well. This gives you the deck lists for all of the decks. Just make sure I'm correct about Secure the Wastes. Yep, there we are. Secure the Wastes is a rare in there, alongside Arishan's Sovereign. Right, we'll save the best till last, we'll save the boosters. So, let's open up this bad boy. So, we have a pristine Skywise. Now, if you guys are buying an intro pack just to get into Magic, then that's perfectly fine. This card's pretty bomby. By bomby, I mean he just can kill your opponent pretty quickly. 6 mana for a 6/4 flyer. He hits face pretty hard. He has an interesting ability that when you play a non-creature spell, you can untap him. So he has kind of vigilance if you have a spell to cast, and gains protection from a colour of your choice. So basically, he can protect himself against removal. He can blank like single colour, well, not just single colour, any coloured removal spells essentially. If you open this guy in draft, he's definitely worth high picking because he is a limited bomb. He's just not necessarily constructed playable. But the foiling on him is also a bit dull, so it's not even that exciting as a promo card. But the Uchitai foiling eye there looks pretty cool. The other rare in this is Myth Realized, the real reason that I picked this up. Myth Realized is a 1 mana enchantment. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, put a lore count on Myth Realized, so it plays into that sort of prowess theme that Uchitai and the Jeskai have. For 3 mana, white and 2 of any other, put a lore counter on Myth Realized as well, so you can pump it with mana at the end of your opponent's turns, and until end of turn, Myth Realized becomes, for 1 white, becomes a monk avatar creature in addition to its other types and gains this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lore counters on it. It's basically a control finisher of sorts. Yes, it does get exiled to certain spells in Standard or Path to Exile in Modern, but it's a 1 mana investment essentially for a card that keeps ticking up in control lists. Ultimately, you can keep your mana open for counter spells and other sort of interaction with the opponent on their turn, and if they don't do anything at the end of their turn, you just pump mana into this, a mana sink. There's rumblings of it being played in Legacy and maybe even Vintage. Whether or not it actually hits a mark there is another question, but I definitely think it's got legs in Standard and Modern. Other than that, we have the sort of Uchitai theme going through. We have the 1/3 defender with First Strike for 1, I think is quite good and limited. We have Elusive Spellfist, who is fucking sweet. He is a 2 mana 1/3 that pumps up when you pass non-creature spells and becomes unblockable. He's got sort of an aggressive super prowess. The artwork suggests him sliding underneath like over a glacier or waterfall underneath a dragon, and the flavor text also says about him going underneath obstacles. It kind of looks like he's punching a dragon in the underbelly. That's the sign of a true badass, when he slides underneath a dragon and punches him in the stomach. So So you've got a few of those. You have the 0/4 flying sort of Wall of Omens style defender that if you reveal a dragon or control a dragon when you play it, you get to draw a card. You have a 1/4 elemental flyer, 2 of those. You have a draw a card, then discard a card 2/1 for 3 mana. Whenever you cast a creature spell, untap him. So he's a loot. Well, yeah, he's a looter. He's actually pretty good and limited. I'd say he's probably one of the best blue commons. You have sort of a prowess triggering life gain guy for 4 mana, 2/4. Again, perfectly fine limited card. I wouldn't necessarily high pick it, but it's not a bad sort of midway through the pack into the late pick sort of card. Ancient Carp is hilarious. I love the sort of Ancient Carp art and the fact that it talks about how why eat now what could one day grow into a feast as Ujitar. So yeah, it's just a funny card. Not exactly anything flashy or exciting though. This guy gives your whole team prowess, essentially, which is actually pretty good. He's a pretty good uncommon in this set. Of course, all the uncommon dragons are good. This guy has super prowess, so he gets +2/+2 whenever he casts a non-creature spell to end of turn. A 4/4 flyer for 6, that's pretty damn good. So again, both of these are pretty high picks. I'd probably take the card that can just has the evasion over the team pump, unless you've drafted a sort of token strategy. There's 2 of the uncommon dragons here, it's pretty cool. The new artwork for Evolving Wilds is really nice, as is the art for the alternative one as well. Then you've got your land base, a load of islands, a load of plains, and then you've got some more stuff. Anticipate isn't your non-creature spells back here. Anticipate is incredible. I didn't realise quite how good it was until I played at the pre-release. It's basically half a dig through time. Yeah, I'm going to say again, it's basically half a dig through time for 2 mana. I mean, that's pretty insane, right? These are going to be 4 orbs in control decks in standard for a little while, so they're pretty good. This card here, Art for Maneuver, instant speed, combat trick, a pump ability with rebound. For 2 mana, this card is probably going to push Blue-White Heroic into an even more powerful deck than it currently is, so expect to see this in play. Silk Wrap is kind of like Suspension Field, but from mana costs and down instead of up. Pretty good limited card. Don't know if it's too much play in. Well, actually, to be fair, in standard it catches Mentors and Rabble Masters. It catches actually quite a lot of things that are relevant currently, especially if Mantis Rider is still getting in play. Then you get your Monuments, which is like a mana rock to do a dragon. You've got a Rebounding Frost Breath, which is actually really powerful and limited. You've got your draw 3 cards and discard 2 cards, and you just got a creature card, sort of looting thing. You've got the rebounding card selection, sort of draw a card where you look at the top 2 cards of your library, put one into your hand, one at the bottom of your library, and rebound it next turn. Pretty good at sorcery speed. I don't know if you want to be tapping out for this on turn 4 and limited and not get punished for it. I don't know if LSV or someone's going to be forcing this card in limited. That'll be interesting. It's basically Goblin Slide, but it makes 2/2 blue Djinn instead. That flies. The evasion's really good. A rebounding combat trick that makes it unblockable is actually pretty ludicrous as sort of a finisher. The problem being that it's 4 mana and a sorcery speed, so whether that's good enough remains to be seen. I was underwhelmed by it at the pre-release, trying to use it in my blue-black deck as a sort of finisher. The whole team pump with rebound is pretty damn good. Maybe even as a one-of in Jeskai tokens, possibly in standard, but at 4 mana it's a little bit on the expensive side and isn't at instant speed. We have a non-land permanent, so it's own as hand effect for 5 mana with rebound. This sort of tempo play actually might be pretty good and limited. And then we have a card that I'm still undecided on. It makes 2 2/2s over 2 turns for 5 mana, which isn't bad. I don't know if that's where you want to be. It might end up being sort of like a 10th pick in sealed. But that said, if you're on the second pack of dragons, and they might be a bit higher depending on what deck you're in. So that is the Blue-White Enlightened Mastery intro pack. On to the exciting bit now, the boosters. So in case anyone's watching this and doesn't really know, boosters are completely randomised at all times, even when they're in the intro pack. Right, token, land, and a foil Gate Smasher. Not all that exciting. Oh, and a second Myth Realised. That's pretty sweet that I got it in the same intro pack. So again, just to reiterate, a really powerful constructed card and pretty good and limited too. Bound to see some play somewhere. Number 2. Land. Advertisement card, and Death Meridian. He is the 5/6 flying dragon that when when it enters the battlefield, if cast from hand, blows up everything else on the battlefield. A 7 mana 5/6, I don't think it's going to see any sort of waves in constructed unless there's a mono blacklist generating mana off Nykthos and things like that that really needs to blow up the field and make a 5/6. I just don't think he's like that. In limited, however, he's a bit of a bomb. I mean, he is basically a Dune Blast with the creature strapped onto it. So if you imagine playing 7 mana for Dune Blast, this seems perfectly fine, and it's only in one colour. So the booster packs want to complete with. Getting a second Myth Realize is pretty good. I mean, you can't always open your fetch lands and your Narsets and things. And then we've got another Myth Realize in the intro pack, and this sort of Primal Pristine Skywise. If you like the video, then maybe you'll actually enjoy watching me open 10 randomised packs of Dragons of Tarkir. You can click here to watch. Otherwise, you can watch me at Comic-Con, or you can click the subscribe button, or leave me a comment telling me how much you'd like to sort of kiss me in inappropriate places. Thanks for watching.